Welcome dear students. In this lecture we are going to discuss the peculiar behavior of lithium. Peculiar mean strange. So lithium is different from other alkali metals in some properties which is called as its peculiar behavior. So what is the definition of the peculiar behavior of lithium? We will say that lithium shows marked difference in properties as compared to other alkali metals. This is called as its peculiar behavior. So this one is the definition of the peculiar behavior of the lithium, and it is not only the lithium in the periodic table which shows the peculiar behavior or which is different from other members of its family, but in all the groups of the periodic table, the first member of the group that is different from other members of the same family. So in the first A, lithium; in the second A, beryllium; 3A, boron; 4A, carbon; 5A, nitrogen; 6A, oxygen; 7A, fluorine. They all shows difference in the properties as compared to other members of their own family. So they all show peculiar behavior. So it is not just the lithium which is different in the properties as compared to other members of its group. Now the question is, what is the reason for the peculiar behavior of the lithium? The first reason is its very small atomic and ionic radius. And because of its very small ionic radius, it has very high charge density. It has very high ionization energy as compared to the other alkali metals. It has low electropositivity, or you can say lesser ability to lose electron as compared to the other alkali metals. So that's why, because of these reasons, it is different from sodium, potassium, rubidium and cesium, and that is its peculiar behavior. Now my dear students, let us discuss the different points which show that lithium is different from other members of its group. So strange properties of lithium. The first one is that lithium is lightest of all the alkali metals because of its very less mass. So lithium is basically the lightest alkali metal, and not only it is the lightest alkali metal, rather it is the lightest metal in the complete periodic table. And because of its very small size, it has strong metallic bond in it that results in its hardness. Alkali metals are overall soft metals as compared to the transition metals. They can easily be cut with the penknife, but lithium is hardest of all the alkali metals. Then, because of its high ionization energy, my dear students, it has very less reactivity. and as it has lesser reactivity, so it shows slow reaction with water, and it is the only alkali metal, dear students, that shows the slow reaction with the water. Now it has high charge density, and because it has high charge density, so it can polarize any anion which is next to it. So because of its high charge density, it has high polarizing power. It distorts the electronic cloud of the anion, due to which the overlapping between the electronic cloud of the anion and that of the lithium that takes place. And when the electronic cloud of the lithium cation and that of the anion, they overlap with each other, because of this the covalent character is present in its compounds. So the compounds of the lithium, they have more covalent character as compared to the compounds of the all other alkali metals, and this is because of the high polarizing power of the lithium ions, which in turn is due to its very small cationic radius. Now that is the next point in which the lithium is different from the other alkali metals. Now the next point is that the salts of lithium, like lithium fluoride, lithium hydroxide, lithium carbonate, and lithium phosphate. Now these are the compounds of the lithium which have very high lattice energy. And why they have high lattice energy? Because of the very small size of the lithium ions. And you know, when the size of the ions that is small, then the compounds, they have high lattice energy. And because these compounds, they have high lattice energy, that's why we will say that they have very low solubility in water. And lithium fluoride is the only halide of all the alkali metal halides that has low solubility in water. Otherwise, all the alkali metal halides like sodium fluoride, sodium chloride, potassium bromide, they are highly soluble in water. And lithium hydroxide, that is a weak base. Why it is a weak base? Because it is very less soluble in water. While sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, cesium hydroxide, rubidium hydroxide, these are strong bases because of their high solubility in the water. And the same is the case with the lithium carbonate and lithium phosphate. These are basically less soluble compounds just because of their high lattice energy, which in turn is due to the very small cationic radius of the lithium ions. Now, what are the other properties in which lithium is different from members of its own family? The next point is that the compounds of lithium, like lithium hydroxide, lithium carbonate, and lithium nitrate, my dear students, when they are heated, they are decomposed completely on heating. While the hydroxides of the other alkali metals, carbonates of the other alkali metals, and nitrates of the other alkali metals, they are thermally stable. When lithium hydroxide is heated, it is changed to lithium oxide and water. When lithium carbonate is heated, it is changed to lithium oxide and CO2. And when the lithium nitrate is heated, it is converted to lithium oxide, NO2 and O2. So lithium hydroxide, lithium carbonate and lithium nitrate are thermally unstable, while the hydroxides, carbonates and nitrates of other alkali metals, they are thermally stable. Now why these compounds are thermally unstable? Because these compounds, they have high covalent character due to greater polarizing power of the lithium cation. And when they have high covalent character, they are not ionic in nature, they are covalent in nature, and you know that the covalent bond, that is weaker as compared to the ionic bond. So that's why they are stable, their bond break and they are converted to their oxide. While if the sodium hydroxide, sodium carbonate or sodium nitrate will be there, these compounds will be ionic in nature, because the polarizing power of sodium is not very high. So the compounds of the sodium will be ionic rather than covalent. And those ionic compounds, they will be having strong electrostatic forces in them, due to which they are not decomposed thermally. So that's why the lithium hydroxide, carbonate and nitrate, they decompose because of their high covalent character, while the carbonates, hydroxides and nitrates of all other alkali metals, they have predominantly ionic in nature, and because of the strong electrostatic forces present in them, they do not decompose on heating. If the sodium nitrate is heated, that will not completely be decomposed, rather the partial decomposition will take place, and that will be changed to sodium nitrite and oxygen. So the behavior of the sodium nitrate and that of the lithium nitrate, that is totally different from each other. The lithium nitrate decomposes completely on heating, while the sodium nitrate partially decomposes on heating, because it has covalent character and it has ionic character in it. So the same will be the behavior of the potassium nitrate, rubidium nitrate and cesium nitrate, that when the potassium nitrate, rubidium nitrate or cesium nitrate will be heated, they will also undergo the partial decomposition and they will be changed to their respective nitrites. They will not be changed to their respective oxides, just like the lithium nitrate. So in this way, the lithium and its compounds, they are different from the other alkali metals and their compounds. Now what is the next point in which the lithium is different? You know that you have studied in the organic chemistry that when sodium is made to react with the acetylene, it replaces the acidic hydrogen of the acetylene and disodium acetylide is created, while lithium does not show this reaction because the lithium acetylide is unstable. So lithium does not react with acetylene to form its respective acetylide and hydrogen gas, while all other alkali metals including sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, they react with acetylene and they form their corresponding acetylides. So in this way again it is different from the other alkali metals. Now the next point, lithium hydride is highly stable as compared to the hydrides of the other alkali metals. Dear students, the lithium hydride and the hydrides of all other alkali metals, they are ionic in nature. And when the lithium hydride, that is ionic in nature, because of very small size of the lithium hydride will have very high lattice energy. So that's why it will be highly stable and it will be a very weak reducing agent. But then sodium hydride, potassium hydride, rubidium hydride and cesium hydride, because of the greater size of the cations in them, they have low lattice energies, and when they have low lattice energies, they are unstable, and that's why they are stronger reducing agent as compared to the lithium hydride. And as we move from top to bottom in the alkali metal, the reducing strength of their hydrides, that keeps on increasing. So cesium hydride, because of its minimum lattice energy, that is the strongest reducing agent. That is the next point in which lithium is different from other alkali metals. Now, next point, that when lithium reacts with oxygen, it only forms normal oxide, while sodium reacts with oxygen to form peroxide, sodium peroxide. And all other alkali metals, potassium, rubidium and cesium, they react with oxygen to form their superoxides. Lithium cannot form peroxide or superoxide because of its very small cationic radius. It has strong positive field around it, so it loves to combine with the small anion, that is the O-2. So that's why lithium only forms the normal oxide. While sodium, potassium and other alkali metals, they have large cationic radius, they have weak positive field around them, so they love to combine with the larger anions like O2 minus 2 and O2 minus 1. So that's why they form the peroxides and the superoxides. But lithium forms only normal oxide. It cannot form peroxide or superoxide. So in this way, lithium is different from other alkali metals. Next is that lithium can form complexes. And my dear students, the lithium can form complexes because of its high charge density, which is because of its very small cationic radius, while other alkali metals, they do not form stable complexes because of their large cationic radius. Their charge density is very low. And one of the very famous complex of the lithium, that is tetraamine lithium 1 ion. So it is a very famous complex of the lithium, and this complex is formed when lithium is dissolved in the ammonia. So in this way, lithium can form complexes while other alkali metals, they cannot form complexes, and lithium is different from the other alkali metals. Then, my dear students, lithium carbonate, lithium triiodide and lithium hydrogen sulfide. My dear students, these are the compounds that do not exist. Sodium bicarbonate, that exists, potassium bicarbonate, rubidium bicarbonate, cesium bicarbonate. All other alkali metals, they can form carbonates, triiodides and hydrogen sulfides. But lithium cannot form all these compounds, just because of the reason that in all these compounds, again covalent character will dominate, due to which these compounds will be unstable. So lithium does not form this compound, while all other alkali metals, they form these compounds because they are stable. So sodium bicarbonate is stable, sodium triiodide is stable, sodium hydrogen sulfide is stable, but that of the lithium, they are unstable. So it was the next point in which the lithium is different from the other alkali metals. Then lithium is the only alkali metal that directly reacts with the nitrogen and forms the stable nitride. So lithium directly reacts with nitrogen and it forms stable nitride, while all other alkali metals, they do not directly react with nitrogen and they do not form stable nitride. If they form their nitride, then that nitride will be decomposed at the room temperature. But the lithium nitride, that is stable at the room temperature because of its high lattice energy, which is due to the small lithium ions. Then lithium chloride, when it is dissolved in water, in that case the enthalpy of solution is negative. And in case of all other alkali metal chlorides, the enthalpy of solution is positive. So in this way, the lithium chloride is different from all other chlorides. And the next is that lithium is the only alkali metal that directly reacts with carbon and forms the lithium carbide. Again, the carbides of the other alkali metals, they are not stable at the room temperature, but the lithium carbide is stable because of its high lattice energy. So lithium directly reacts with carbon and it forms the carbides, while other alkali metals do not directly react with the carbon to form the carbide. In this way, the lithium has different properties as compared to the other alkali metals, and that is its peculiar behavior. But my dear students, keep in mind that lithium in its properties resembles with magnesium, and that is called as the diagonal relationship between lithium and magnesium, which will be our next lecture. Take care. Bye bye.